Well guys, Papa Pepper back here once again. This is one of the opossums that we actually raised up from when it was young, when its mom died. It's a little too distracted to even enjoy a hot dog right now. And for some months now, we can find them almost on a nightly basis around our property. We ran into an issue where something started attacking some of our animals. So we decided it was time to capture these guys and relocate them. And this video I'm going to talk about why I cannot tame wild opossums. Now in my state, I think you can actually have 6 or 7 as pets. They're one of the wild animals that they'll let you have as pets. You're just supposed to keep the males and the females separated. You can raise them up, you can keep them, you can enjoy them. It'll eat this later, but it's a little too distracted with me right now because it's not tame. So even though we bottle fed these after their mom died, even though we took care of them for probably over a month when they were little, and even had them in our brooder when we were hatching out some of our chicks.
But I want to tell you a story about these guys. And these guys are actually just able to grab the heat off of here, which is why we have this aiming down into that one. But it also gives heat to this and warms up this whole thing because we've got some cold days here. What we have actually is baby opossums. There was a mama opossum that we found months ago with some babies in her. I think it was the same one that we started seeing on about a daily basis. And she had quite a few babies. So we'd see her around, see her around, see her around. And we'd give her some food and stuff sometimes at night. Figured we wanted to kind of keep an eye on her, see her babies grow, but we also didn't want her to be eating our chicks or our eggs or causing troubles for us. So what we did was we kind of just kept an eye on her. But with all the storms lately, we actually sadly found her dead one morning. And we found dead babies laying around. And there are some that were alive. So right now, I think we should have 4 of these guys that are alive and well. And we are keeping an eye on. They like to eat the carp meat. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, there should be 4 here. Yeah. And they're doing okay. This is the most I've ever really interacted with opossums. And I'd never held a baby till like just now. Past couple days. So the baby opossums are kind of not exactly what you'd usually hope for in your brooder pen. If you guys saw the little video, we just shot some footage of them, so we had some. Now I'm gonna let these guys get a little bit bigger, and then they should be let go. So we figured while we had them, we will give them some food and care, keep them warm. They hang out together. It was weird to see the mom too. Like sometimes they'd be crawling around with her, sometimes it'd be like on her back. Sometimes you'd find her and they'd all be in the pouch, and then other times the pouch would be like completely open and they'd be sitting there nursing. But like I said, I don't think anything killed her. I think she just died in a storm the other day because she was wet and cold, and some of the babies we found lay in different places, but some were alive in the pouch and stuff. So we've been giving them a variety of things. Baby opossums like strawberries. They like the pieces of carp. They like sheep milk. And we were using some different probiotic stuff too just to help them. It's okay, little one. It's okay. Don't bite me. Don't bite me, please. I'm gonna leave them alone. I don't want to traumatize those little guys. But what do you think about baby opossums? Are they cute?
Yeah.
They are cute. And we were thinking too, we've got a possum book in the works. It's just a fact-filled fiction book. But we were going to kind of tell a little story to share a bunch of things with people that they might not know about opossums, because they've got a lot of kind of superpowers. If they were a Pokemon, they've got more stuff than a lot of people's little creatures. And we're not really into Pokemon. I just mention that because people have a frame of reference there as those being some fantastic creatures, but the real ones are actually far more impressive.
Even after all that, they're still not tame. They still don't like us. And there's a reason. You see, the way I see it, wild animals should be in the wild. There's very few that probably can be, domesticated, and a lot of those are going to be the ones that are already called domesticated animals. Now, I get it that you can tame one of these. I get it that they can be friendly. They can maybe hide in your hoodie pocket or come find treats in your pocket or something like that, you know, your breast pocket or something. But for us, an animal on our homestead is going to need to provide us with something, either protection, meat, eggs, milk. I'm not going to milk an opossum. And if I could milk it, I'm not going to drink its milk. So the main reason I cannot tame wild opossums is that I refuse to. We're going to let them go in the wild. A lot of people do not appreciate these creatures. And I used to kind of be one of those people. I didn't, you know, take a peek at them and say, wow, these guys are pretty awesome. But now I've got a deeper appreciation for them. And we're actually working on a couple children's books just to kind of educate people about them. There's so many things about these wonderful creatures that people just don't know, just don't realize. You really don't want that right now. It's so preoccupied with me because it's wild. And yeah, about every night we could see these guys around our property, so I finally decided I'm going to run out and grab a couple of them. There was actually a big female at one of the neighbors' houses a bit ago, and he took a couple shots at it with a .22, and I said, wait, hold on. And I just walked over there, picked it up, and decided to take her and relocate her. I'm trying to just keep this guy, you know, hanging on to it, but it doesn't want anything to do with me. I'm gonna go see if its sibling does, and we'll get that one on camera here too. And then we're actually going to be releasing these into the wild. We're gonna take them a little bit away from our property. We can find them by our feed bins, we can find them by our animals. Something recently killed a duck. Something recently killed 2 of our chickens. I think it was a raccoon, but we're just gonna be on the safe side and let these ones be a little farther away than they would be. There's one that we didn't hatch out this year that our dog got one night, and thankfully it played dead, and I sent one of my children over to check on it. So we already relocated that one, and now we're gonna do the same thing with these couple. And I've got 2, but I know that there's 3 that actually run around. I'm not sure what happened to that 3rd, but if we do see it, we'll be doing the same thing. We'll be letting it go in the wild. I know they're cute, I appreciate them, but they're not gonna be my pets, they're not gonna live in my house. I'm not gonna feed them. They're gonna be wild, reproduce there, and with so many creatures, we enjoy interacting with them. We enjoy picking them up, checking them out, saying, hey, you know, you're kind of cool. Why are your ears made of bats? Because they pretty much look like they are. But the more of them that are out there now, the more that'll be out there later. Not only for us to enjoy, but for future generations too. So for North America's only marsupial, we definitely appreciate these guys, and that's one reason we don't tame them. Let's get that other one. There we go. Do you want a hot dog? See, they show their teeth like that, but even when you put something in their mouth, it's not even biting. These guys will bite, they can bite, they are defensive. They're not gonna aggress you, but you know, they're not as much of a threat sometimes as a lot of people make them out to be. They do some beneficial things like eating ticks and other stuff, and we definitely don't mind seeing them, but in that mouth, more teeth than any other North American mammal. Hey, turn it back this way a bit. Okay, you're right in my face. You don't want to try hot dog? Can you taste it on your tongue? Maybe. You can give that a nibble. It's not bad. It's very concerned about me right now. I did a video a while ago where I shared a bunch of fun facts about it. I will link it in the description, maybe pin it in the comment section. But a lot of people didn't like the way that I was holding that opossum. And honestly, I just don't completely trust them because they are wild creatures. But that's why I'm kind of grabbing them by the tail and letting them rest on my arms. Let's see if I can switch. Whoa! Let's see if I can switch them like that. And this one here, we're actually named Awesome the Possum. And this could be the star of a children's book that our 8-year-old daughter actually took a series of photos for. We're working on some of that. We hope to put it out as a nice little children's book. It's going to be a fictional tale, but it's going to be fact-filled and really be used to educate children and give them a greater appreciation for some of the wild things that they may see. As always, these are not domesticated. These are not pets. I do not recommend picking them up. You'll see me do a lot of things a lot of people may be uncomfortable with, and that's okay. Some of the stuff I do so you don't have to, but if we can put these guys out in the wild now, they can have a good free wild life, and they've learned how to survive on our homestead very well for a long time. ever since we raised them up and turned them loose. Like I said, almost nightly we can see them around scrounging up meals, but the time's come for us just to let these guys go. So that's what we're gonna do. Well, I'm out a ways from home right now, releasing, and I figured I at least better make a video while I still had this one. So I don't really doubt my potential capability of making friends with a possum, but the point is, the best place for them to be is in the wild, and unfortunately when they come in contact with people, a lot of times they suffer harm. So I don't want this guy to pose a negative threat, you know, on our homestead, and I definitely don't want any of the neighbors or somebody to kill it. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna let it go here and let it get on its merry way. And it's already gonna head back off there into the woods. Yeah. Alright, little guy, be safe. Be safe. So in the grand scheme of things, guys, it is good when people are able to step in and help out some of the wild animals. Maybe a deer gets hit by a car. There's some people who can fix its leg, let it get nursed back to health, release it into the wild. In this case, a mother opossum dies, her babies are unable to survive on their own, to step in, help you know, keep them alive and raise them up, to let them be released. They were just fine on our property for quite a while even after that, but it came to the point where they need to be released to the wild. If you find hurt animals, there are definitely trained professionals out there who are more than willing. It's their passion, it's their job, it's their goal in life, you know, to help them and to re-wild them, you know, after they apply their level of help to them. So definitely be familiar with your local numbers and things like that. And as always, the best place for wild animals is in the wild. The more of them that are out there now, the more that'll be out there in the future for us and future generations. I'll see you guys next time. Papa out.